all, I'm Ray Contos. My full name is Andrea Contos. I am from Troop 6996 from Regis Jesuit High School in Aurora. I'm going to be doing my individual event on Peter and the Starcatcher set from the playwright Rick Ellis. So first up, we have the set model and the floor plan, and with that, Act 1 is to represent a pirate ship, the Wasp, and the Neverland, two different ships with planks going across. And Act 2 is supposed to represent the Mollusk territory and the jungle and mountain regions of the show. The object in the middle that is in both Act 1 and Act 2 represents a person being 6 feet tall, and the dimensions are every inch is 2 square feet in real life. So then we have the set on stage before painting. This was the rough draft of our set, but in physical form. So this was the platforms that we used for the set, minus some adjustments that were to come later on, with adjustments of some of the platforms on the right side and placements of the planks that are going across the pit, with the finished set able to look like both a pirate ship and a jungle nature scene with the same platforms going across. So the left image is before paint, and it just looks like a normal wooden set, and on the right side is the Act 2 set, and it really shows how much detail is put into it. For Act 1, stage left or house right is the Neverland. The Wasp is stage right, house left. The Neverland is a slower, bigger docking ship in the show, and it is supposed to represent England's ship that is sailing to see Queen Victoria. And this was in the set, this was represented by the set being bigger than the Wasp, as the ship was bigger in general. So the Wasp was a smaller, faster pirate ship that was originally for another ship of the English, but was soon early on in the show taken over by pirates, with a smaller size in the set, because it is a smaller ship than the Neverland. On the left side of the screen, it was stage right, that is our representation of the Wasp, and on the right side of the screen, that is stage left of the Neverland. The theme and design concept for Act 2 was the jungle and mollusk territory. So we had to be able to turn the ship into a jungle with keeping the same big set pieces, as we were not able to move those around. So we turned the tall platforms as into mountains or treetops and hills, with adding big rocks and vines and trees to add on that technical nature development. So for the format of the Neverland sign in the chest, we specifically put netting and moss on them and positioned them in places around the set to make them look like they were washed upon and make it easy for actors to access those. On the left side of the screen, we have stage right as a smaller little island section, and on the right side of the screen, we have stage left, which was the main area of the island. Now in the script, we have a few requirements that were said needed to be done, which was a Neverland sign, a couple chests or trunks, a ship's wheel, and netting. So I was able to put those into development with making a Neverland sign, a steering wheel, getting some netting to put around the set, and the trunks that were a big piece. Now the process that we had of building the platforms and the trees specifically was taking some just 8x8 platforms, cutting them down, then we cut our legs to the right measurements and screwed them in underneath. That was able to get our set up to the correct heights, and it was easy adjustments with being able to adjust the heights if we needed to. And the trees, we just cut it out of large cardboard tubes. We cut them in half. We glued on some foam board to be able to replicate the vision of branches and stumps, and we covered it in expanding foam, then painted it to make it look like trees. Again, my name is Ray Contos. I am from Troop 6996 from Regis Jesuit High School in Aurora, and this was the set design piece of Peter and the Starcatcher by playwright Rick Ellis.